But anyway, I thought it'd be fun to jump on here for a minute. Guys, it's been a long time. Haven't talked to you in a very long time. Thought this would be fun. So we'll do a little Q&A live stream. I see some questions already coming in. You can see up here. Actually, it's going to be up this way. There we go. Got your questions up there. And yeah, so let's see if we can avoid the trolls and answer some questions about Buildbox. So first off, if you guys can't hear me or anything, if it's not coming through, holler, let me know, and I will make sure that we are cool. You know, game active, you are cool. You are super cool. All right, so let's see. I'm going to go back a little bit, start asking some questions here. I'll talk to you guys. Now, I'm not going to be showing any cool prototype stuff today. I will be doing that soon, but give me about 2 weeks, 1 week maybe. Nick, today, Andy, I see you're on here, and I know you're testing Buildbox 3, one of the few, and today I'm getting the Trey version, hopefully, of nodes. So I'm not going to spoil anything yet on that. We will wait on it. But I will answer some questions, and I see some people asking about a free version. Maybe we'll talk about that. All right, so we got a couple things here. First off, Game Active. Trey, you were so awesome. Again, you're awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Nadeem Jazari says, we want free animation box. Yeah, probably will not be free, but we would like to bring some of that software out later on as a monthly subscription in addition to Buildbox. That's definitely something we are talking about. But right now, we're focusing more on Buildbox 3 and some pricing plan changes, including a free version. So, which will be more limited, obviously, than Buildbox. Buildbox will still be $99 for the full pro version, just like you see with Unity and other game development software platforms. Pretty much every software company in the world but us, we will actually have pricing plans that we're going to be testing out in about a month that will allow you to try Buildbox for free and have more scaled down versions for a cheaper price. So we're really excited about that. We've been working on that for a very long time. All right, so interesting. Jayton, it somehow thought that this might be spam, but it's not. We're going to show that. Boom. All right, so let's answer some questions here, guys. Hey, man, Trey, what happened to multiplayer? Well, Ahmad, we still want to do multiplayer, but let me tell you an interesting thing that happened. So I felt like multiplayer was going to be super, super important on mobile, and we just have not seen that happen. It's important with big social games, right? But we're not seeing that. Like if you look at, I mean, Ketchup and Voodoo, first off, this is interesting. Ketchup and Voodoo somehow during the past 4 or 5, 6 months have just obliterated the App Store. I mean, I'm sure you guys are seeing this. You go to free games. I think, you know what, and I think that's why. I think this is a big important part of it, is now that the games section is separated completely from the App Store and games is more prominently displayed. And actually I had a discussion with Ketchup about this as soon as this was announced. I was like, guys, I think this is going to be huge because now you have this prominent display of games over apps, and the free games are just getting their own section dedicated down there, and Voodoo and Ketchup are dominating that. Other publishers doing really great as well. So to answer your question, Ahmad, about multiplayer, I'm just not seeing a lot of multiplayer games be successful. And I'll tell you what, I'm telling this stream, tell me guys, is this stream a little bit jerky? I think it's a little bit, no, okay, it's looking all right. See, I'm looking, this is kind of weird. You see yourself and it's like you're delayed, but look at that, got a little freezing there. So you guys let me know. I think it's because we're double streaming. So I might have to stop this in a second because I do not want to mess up. Zach is doing the final Game Dev VIP, which was the first big bonus with Master Collection. So I want to make sure that that is cool. Jayton, I'm going to answer your question here. You're asking about the in-app purchases. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to go in the order received. But first I'm going to shoot down here. I want to make sure that this is not too bad for you guys, this stream, because it looks like on mine that it's a little streamy. I think we're streaming a little bit over here. A little bit choppy. But okay, you guys aren't saying anything. Either that or there's this enormous delay. And I don't know. Okay, yeah. All right, you guys are fine with it, right? You're very fine with it. All right, so where were we? With Ahmed. Let's see. Let me find it. And we are almost there. Oh no, let's see, maybe I can search. Let me search over here. Med or mod. Okay, there we go. It was a mod. That's right. All right, so that's right. We were talking about multiplayer. So I'm not seeing this huge need for it, man. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to do it. This is going to be a really important part of the future of Buildbox for sure, especially as we start creating software that actually can make some of the games that are utilizing multiplayer, some of these really big games and the social games and stuff like that, which 3.0 is not going to be directly targeted towards that. It's not like we're going to be creating 3.0 to be the social game killer machine, you know, but we want it to be able to do that. And through the node creation stuff that I'll be sharing with you guys later, you'll be able to do, you know, pretty much anything. So multiplayer, we will be doing in the future, but I put that on hold because I wasn't seeing it as important as things like 3D, which has been controversial. I've seen some people in the forum and other places saying, hey, Buildbox doesn't need to go 3D. But if you go look at the top of the App Store, then you're gonna see a lot of 3D games. And that right there is enough proof for me that we need it to move forward. Okay, so let's see here, guys. Learn us more techniques. King, I agree. So let me tell you guys something interesting. As you noticed, Zach has been uploading some videos, not as much lately. We've been super, super busy here. But we want to get back on YouTube, and this is one reason I'm in here doing this video today, because I was like, hey, we got 30,000 subscribers here. Today, we should hit 30,000. And I definitely want to communicate with you guys more and get back on that regular path. I was loving it. We just got so crazy busy with Master Collection, and then Buildbox 3, and then the new pricing plans, and just everything got nuts. But we want to be back here doing more of this type of stuff. And I told Zach, my favorite styled videos that we're doing for here are just turning on the screen recording software, firing up Buildbox and goofing off. And we're going to be doing more of those, just showing you guys us building different stuff. I'm going to be showcasing some Buildbox 3 stuff so you guys can see it. People will be able to get beta access to that fairly soon. I got to get my final version of the Buildbox 3 alpha that I'm really happy with, and then I'm going to release beta to all subscribers. So I'll be talking about that. Zach's going to be talking about 2.x stuff, so you'll see some more videos like that. One thing I really wanted Zach to catch up on, which he's done a fantastic job, is all of these more boring videos about SDKs, Android Studio, but that's all really important stuff. You know, we have people who want to put HeyZap. They got a publisher that needs HeyZap in their game, and that's the only way they can get it published. So that's really important. But I'm ready to get back to some fun, trick, hacky stuff that you can do with Buildbox. So look forward to seeing that soon. All right, so Tavi says, will there be a Buildbox free trial? No, but we are going to test coming out with a free version. I say test because I don't know if it completely kills conversions of the product from the business side. I'm not saying it's going to be there forever, but I hope it is. Let me tell you guys, I would love to do a free version without completely killing the paid version, right? And if you notice, some of the guys out there in the game builder space have tried free versions and had to remove them because of that. All right, but I think that honestly, the free version can't be as open as the paid version. In very few circumstances does that work. Let me give you an example, because we've talked about this a lot internally. With a company like Unity, I believe that actually works fairly well because they have to learn how to code, right? They have to actually learn how to code and use the software. Therefore, if there's not a free version that's pretty in-depth, that's going to be difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys for the first time how we're going to test out doing this with the free version. We're going to limit scenes. So we're going to have different price points based on how many scenes you can get in a game. I actually got that idea from someone on one of these live streams. We talked about for years all these different ways, limiting export, doing this, doing that. And then, then someone mentioned that here, and we were like, my God, that's genius. Limit scenes based on how much people are paying. And there'll be a couple other things in there as well. Like we'll have a splash screen on the free version, but obviously not on the higher paid tiers and stuff like that. So we'll go over everything. We're still finalizing, but that is something we're going to have. So it won't be a free trial, but it will be a free version. And we're also going to do something cool where you can unlock scenes by inviting friends, like a refer a friend, kind of like Dropbox gives you more storage. So it'll give something for free people to be able to increase their scenes as well. And the free one, to be totally upfront, will be very limited on scenes. And obviously the $99 one will be unlimited and more. All right, so Andy G says 2.3.3 is looking quite nice. That's great. I feel like we're finally getting really stable with the software, which is awesome. For you guys that don't know, when we came out with 2.3.0, we rewrote the whole underlying framework of Buildbox. We had to do this to prepare for Buildbox 3.0. So when you open up Buildbox 3.0, you're going to have the mind map, and you can right-click that mind map and choose a 2D world or a 3D world. And if you choose a 2D world, it's pretty much going to be like Buildbox 2, but we're adding in something called nodes instead of just components. I'll explain all that later. But in order to make all of this work and be seamless, we had to upgrade all the framework under Buildbox 2, because Buildbox 2 was based on, I'll give you guys a little history lesson of Buildbox. Buildbox 2 was based on Buildbox 1. Buildbox 1 was based on a very rudimentary piece of software that we created, our first game builder, which was Project Zero. Technically, I think it was our second. No, yeah, it was our first game builder. We had Project 01 and Project 02. And this was when we were a very small company and playing around with this idea of game builders, right? So it was time to totally rewrite that, organize all the code, and have this so we can build on, have this company around for a very long time and create, magnificent, huge updates to the software. In order to do that, we had to rewrite a lot of the underlying code, tons of it. Yeah, we had a couple bumps in the road, but I feel like 2.3.3 is super solid as well, Andy. So thank you, sir, for commenting on that. Nether Dragon, probably a fan of Minecraft. Played a bit of Minecraft myself, Nether Dragon. When will Buildbox 3.0 be released? Great question, sir. And Buildbox 3.0, what's interesting? We were thinking this was going to come out as late as Christmas. And I was talking to Nick on the phone after playing with the first alpha and giving my suggestions for the second alpha that he's going to be sending me hopefully today. Probably Monday, Tuesday, realistically. And, I told him, I was like, dude, I think we can actually release this. I'm going to tell you guys by the end of summer, but I told him by summer because I was shocked. It's like come such a long way. And what's funny? Adding Buildbox Master Collection, adding Buildbox 3 Alpha to Buildbox Master Collection was very controversial. And I got a couple of dirty looks from the development team. And if any of them are watching this, they're like, yes, definitely. All right. And it added an enormous amount of stress to the company to try to get this alpha ready for these Master Collection customers. But back in the back of my mind, I knew if we could do that, we were going to speed production enormously to get this out there. And I feel like it's important to get it out there. It's a huge update. It's the biggest update we've ever done by far. So I am going to tell you, I hope that we will have a beta out in a couple, 2-3 months. All right. Before that, hopefully. All right. I'm just giving you long ones. And then final release out before the end of summer. Hopefully before that too. Okay. But, we could have beta out as quick as, I got to be careful here. All right, so we'll say a couple months is what I'm hoping. And then I would love to surprise all you guys. All right, so Akash here. Is Knife Hit game made by Ketchup? Can it be made with Buildbox 3? Akash, go to our forum, buildbox.com/forum, and search for knife, and you will find a template by the one and only Ryan Reynolds, who is fantastic. He's created like most of our presets that will blow your mind were created by this guy. And he has actually given a template that is unbelievable. And when that game came out, I was like, I bet this can be made in Buildbox. I don't know how to do it, but Ryan can. Sure enough, the guy comes out with a BB doc. He gives it away for free. And definitely follow this guy. Super, super smart. All right, Rob XD, I have a question. Rob XD, shoot. Okay, here you go. Can we add animation for coins in Buildbox? Definitely. Yeah, so if you have an animation sequence of PNG images, right? So you got like the coin like this in Photoshop, then you have it like that. And you know what's funny? If you guys have never animated, you actually can kind of do this stuff easier than you think, especially if you just stick with like, 10 frames or something like that. I always figured animation, like I couldn't animate, and actually tried it. It's not like the hardest thing in the world. And yeah, so you just drag that frame set, right? So you drag 10 PNG images, make sure they're the same size, and it obviously, looks good when it rotates. You just drag it and drop it into the software, and Buildbox will compile that and turn it into an animation sequence. So yeah, very simple to do that. All right, Joel, how do you make your own assets for Buildbox? Great question. We sent out a survey for Buildbox customers, really interesting stuff. And, maybe I can show you guys that. That would be kind of cool because I was really impressed with it. But anyway, I'll just tell you some of the data. And 60% of people on the Buildbox email list consider themselves graphic designers or have a very strong interest in graphic design. I thought that was pretty cool. So to answer your question, how do you make your own assets for Buildbox? That's a long answer. I would suggest going to YouTube and learning Photoshop tutorials or Pixelmator tutorials or any software. We do want to bring Pixelbox, our software, out eventually as a subscription product. And a couple more things I want to add to that software, make it even easier to use, because I see graphic design is a huge issue with people who really want to get into graphic design, don't know where to start. So that's something we want to focus on more. But dude, on YouTube, thousands of tutorials. I sat down with Nick one day and he showed me the basics of strokes and gradients and all this kind of stuff and blending options. And really, I sat down with him for about 10 minutes and then knew enough to be able to create games like Phases and Lines and more of the simple style games, right? So tons of great tutorials on that online, and something that I would love to do here at the company as well. So look for that. That's something I'll definitely add to the hat, right? With all the different things we want to make videos of. All right, so Nether Dragon, we ever put multiplayer option in Buildbox? Yeah, so let me tell you guys when I plan on doing that. I'll give you a little bit of the roadmap, right? So we got Buildbox 3, we're getting into 3D. By 3.5, I want to have access for all consoles, for the Nintendo Switch, for Xbox, for PlayStation, all that. With like 3.1, I want to really have a strong Steam focus. That was part of also the survey we sent out. People were most interested in Android first. I thought that was interesting. It really depended if someone considered themselves a hobbyist, a professional, but it was Android first, then iOS, then Steam was a really strong third. Then after that, Xbox, oh no, it was actually Steam, then the Mac App Store, then the Windows Store, and then Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch was last, which I hated. But I understand it's the newest console, so most people probably don't have it. But I was really wanting to do Steam. Let me actually do something real quick here, guys, so I don't get a lot of notifications. Let's see. And how do I do that? There we go. Oops, wrong. All right, there we go. So anyways, yeah, so that's something I would definitely like to do, multiplayer. But we're going to do consoles first, all right? Because again, most of the games that you guys are playing are not multiplayer. Even some of those .io games that you think are multiplayer are not multiplayer. So I definitely do want to do it, but I want to first focus on consoles, because with Buildbox 3.0, our big push is going to be indie development. All right, so that's going to be the big focus. All right, are you happy with where 2.3.3 is from Andy? Is it, or do you think 2.3 will roll into BB3? All right, so we will definitely have a 2.3.4. I think I read that wrong, so you guys can see it here. Are you happy with where 2.3.3 is at, or do you think 2.3.4 will just roll in to BB3? We will, Andy, do a 2.3.4 by the end of the month is the hope. And that's going to be the one where we test out the different price points based on scenes. And then on top of that, we will probably do a 2.3.5, I would think. That will be bug fix. And 2.3.6, I would not be surprised in the future, not like immediately afterwards. And then by then, I think we'd be at BB3. So we still have a backlog of bugs that are known that we want to get through. So we're not where 100% where we want to be, but I feel like we're in a safe zone. We're in a safe place right now, which is great. All right, so DJ RJs, why is Buildbox so expensive? Because I want to develop an app. Let me tell you something interesting, DJ RJs. When Buildbox came out, we actually priced it under market for some of the development software. Because this is interesting. The game development software industry has changed a lot. First off, when we came out with Buildbox pricing, Unity didn't have a $35 option, all right? And then you also had Unreal didn't have the pricing options they have. So everything's kind of changed over the past 3 years, which is why we're now testing new stuff as well. But to be honest with you, DJ, as a founder and a CEO, I ran the numbers and I knew that there was no way that we'd be able to continue operating the company if we sold the product as cheap as some other people. And it's why we've moved so fast. That's why we're moving into 3D when a lot of people are not. And it's because we have 17 people working in the company. Now, how do you build a company with 17 people working in it when most of your competition has 2 people? Well, it's all math from there. So we do it so we can hire great people and build a great product. And it's not the cheapest solution out there, but I do think it's probably the most individual solution. And I think especially with our next version, it's going to be, well, I think right now it's the best for people that don't know how to code, but even with the next version, I think it's going to be, you know, one of the best options out there, even if you do know how to code. So because we want to build a great product is the short answer. All right, so from Jill's, can Buildbox make in-app purchase for character lives? Have to think on that. It's funny because my brain's half 3.0, half 2.0. 2.0, no, you cannot do that. 3.0, you definitely will. That's part of the node system. And for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about when I say node system, let me show you super fast. So we'll create a new game here. Just do a default portrait. Now let me do this. And here. And I'm going to go full screen for you for a sec. All right, so now these are nodes, right? So if we went ahead and deleted all this stuff, and Andy and the guys who are in Buildbox 3.0 alpha, I will tell you something interesting. I'm bringing the start node. I had a big, huge fight with Nick about this, and I am going to bring this start node into nodes for characters and all that kind of stuff. I feel like we have to have a starting place, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so man, you will have like a node like this, and then you'll be able to right click. Actually, you'll have a whole asset bar with a ton of different nodes and be able to add a new one, all right? And then you'll load it in there and go, et cetera. So if you have an in-app purchase and you want to make it for a specific thing, it'll be much more open because this node might be, this is just going to be a very basic example, in-app purchase node, all right? And, all right, trying to download modules in the background. In-app purchase node. And then you'll be able to attach that to stuff. So it's going to be much more open than it is now. So to answer your question now, I do not think so, but definitely in the future. All right, and how do we make money? Trouble Tenda, that is a question of the ages. You know what? Actually, we just released an interview on buildbox.com. And if you head on over there, then pull that out and you go over here to the blog. I think that would be under Buildbox blog. Yeah. This is an article with a guy named Darius. Really great guy. He's in our forum a lot, helping out people too. He has a company called Appsir, and he talks about how he built this new game that already has 50,000 downloads, has been trending on Google Play, and is doing really good. We're doing a new interview series. This is 001. We have one next with the guy who made Arctic Smash. That will be coming soon. All right, Arctic Smash iOS. Let me show you what that looks like. And this game has 300,000 downloads. So yeah, so you are going to be able to actually hear from a lot of these people very soon on our blog. But this is a really great one where he talks about in detail how he's done some of this stuff. So make sure to check that out. All right, so let's see some other questions here, guys. All right. Oh, great question from Krinar. And sorry if I mispronounced your name. What kind of 3D models will Buildbox 3.0 import? We are doing .obj, both triangulated and regular right now, is what's in the alpha. .fbx could definitely come in the future. And I'll tell you what's great, man. Perfect timing is that Google came out with this poly.google.com where you can download .obj files. Now, there's different licenses. You do want to check that stuff. But man, they have some great stuff. I actually was using this, just playing around in the alpha version, and was using this wrestling ring as, yeah, sorry, I got a little slow connection because we're doing 2 live streams right now. But yeah, here we go. And was using this as like, you know, just the foundation for my game, just goofing off. So really like this poly.google.com, and you'll be able to use these in there as well. And they're free, but they do have different licenses depending. So let's see what else here, guys. How to design games in Buildbox. Well, Tavi, that's something that you can find out a lot on our channel, and we have tons of videos on that. We will be doing some live streams on that as well. This was just kind of a, hey, welcome back, let you guys know we haven't forgot about our following on YouTube, but we will be doing a lot of videos where we just walk through stuff uploading and also doing that through live stream. So make sure to look out for that. Can we make file sharing app using Buildbox? No, Zubair, only game development. We've talked about doing an app box development thing, but honestly, it's like we're so busy with Buildbox and it's going great, and we love video games. So that's what we're focusing on for now. All right, Zoark, my app keeps crashing when I build my app and using Android. If you have an official version of the app, make sure to email support@buildbox.com. You also check our forum. That shouldn't be happening right now with 2.3.4 or 3, sorry. We're doing really good with Android Studio, so make sure to contact support. Any idea about creating a MOBA game with Buildbox? Nima, that's a great question. With 3.0, when we have multiplayer, that would definitely be possible. We've been talking about building a basic escort the payload Overwatch style game to show people, a single player version to show people what you can do with Buildbox 3. That's something I'd like to do. I play Overwatch nightly, competitive, love it. My whole entire family plays. We have actually 4 TVs and 4 Xboxes in our den. It looks like we're college kids, and my 2 daughters and me and my wife play. And we do all right. We hang in there. So I like MOBA style games. Also played League of Legends and a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I would love to be able to do stuff like that in the future. And with Buildbox 3, it would be more simple style, right? Like, I'm not saying you're going to build League of Legends in Buildbox 3. Maybe Buildbox 4 for that. You know, we'll see though. Let's see where we go with development, how extensive the API is that Nick is creating. All right. Trey, can you just clarify? No free version, but Buildbox at different price points. We will have a very limited free version, Andy. Very limited. But to let people test out the software and see how it works. But to be totally clear, it will be very limited. All right, so let's see here. From eToils Production. Why do you not do a complete tutorial to integrate the Game Create Buildbox of Google Play in all formats, iOS and Android? We probably do. Not sure if I'm following you 100%, but we have a guide section on Buildbox with a ton of tutorials, and then we have a ton of videos here. So make sure to check those out. If you don't see what you're looking for, you can ask our support or on the forum. So we might actually have something like that already. Trey, please, is there any way for each character with own action? No, that is not possible in 2.3. It will be possible in 3.0. And it's something that we've gone back and forth about a lot. Since primarily Buildbox was being used for minimal style games that are still the most popular games in the App Store, you know, Ketchup, Voodoo, that type of stuff, they still all do the same thing where the characters don't have individual actions. With 3.0, our goal is to branch out more into indie and to take over the indie market. And in order to do that, we do need options like you're talking about, which is why we're building that whole new node system to facilitate with that. All right, guys. Oh, look at this. We have some more hidden ones. All right, but they're legit. We're going to open them up. You guys are being cool. All right, so let's see. I've been trying to make a game with the around the world, and it doesn't work properly. Nadav, again, can't really troubleshoot that here, but definitely talk to people on the forum. There is no known bug with that gameplay preset, so you should be good. Mustard Job says, I wanted to know if I have a team and I can have them do it, it's going to be the same price or it's going to be a different price. So we're going to be moving to a per seat license. It'll be the same way that other game development software does this. Right now, it's just really one license that works on 2 computers. But if you have a big team, then you would need to get a license for each team member, and then they can install it on 2 different computers, like a laptop or a desktop. So that's how the licensing there works. All right, from Rob XD. If we want to add ads in Buildbox, are we obligated to put HeyZap ID or AdMob ID? No, we have lots of different ad companies. You can see it on our website, and we have Chartboost. We have all the major ones, right? So you can use any of those that you want. And then we have Apicar here. Hi from Morocco. Need how many Go in RAM, please? Because I'm going to buy a computer for this. Actually, you can check that on our website as well. It's not much. Buildbox actually runs on like really slow, older computers, which is really cool. Buildbox 3 still, so far in our testing, has been fine. We rarely see that come up, but email support@buildbox.com if you need specifics on that. I'm not sure the exact RAM, I know it is on our website, or you can email support and they'll help you with that as well. Great question from Robotics Channel. There should be a way to make a game like Candy Crush in 3.0. That is one. We have like marks that we want to hit. Like we have to be able to create this game and this game and this game and this game, and Candy Crush is one of those, full with Facebook Connect. Now the Facebook Connect is getting more into the multiplayer, but we still want to have that within by 3.1. All right, not saying that's going to be there 3.0, but that is one of the benchmarks that we have set. All right. Can we create multiple worlds in the same game? Definitely. Do that with 2.x. Can students get a free license? When we're testing the free license, you'll be able to test the software and use it and see how it works at that point. We do not have a student-specific license at this time. What are the advantages of Buildbox in comparison with Construct 3? Totally different software, to be honest with you. Construct 3 still heavily revolves around scripting, even though it's visual scripting where you don't actually have to type in anything, but it's still heavily scripted based, where our software is truly drag and drop, where there's not even an option for scripting. So really different software. I'd recommend testing them both out to see which one suits your needs more. So collaboration between teammates. Kreenar, great question. That's something I definitely want to do. I'm very, very interested in collaboration, and that's after we get 3D nailed down, logic, nodes, then collaboration is going to come around the time multiplayer is going to come. So that is on the book, something we want to do. Now, someone asked me to search their name, that they had something here. I lost it. Sorry, man. There's just a lot of comments rolling through. All right, guys. So I got to get back to work, but we're going to do one more here. All right. We got what should I put in store identifiers for in-app purchases. And that's going to be what you would get from iTunes Connect. Again, support or form if you need specifics. We got a couple more popping up. I'll answer real quick. All right. Banika, I'm sorry, I know I botched that one. BB3 release date and more info on node-based scripting. I use another engine, but I'm interested. Release date, shooting for end of summer. Nodes, I'm going to walk through in a future live stream, so make sure you're subscribed to our channel, which you probably are if you're here, but I will be walking through that. You'll, trust me, you will see a lot about that once we get a little bit further. All right, then last one here, Beamberry. Hey man, I want to ask how I can make the character faster in a Flappy game. So for example, every time the character collects a coin, he goes 10 faster. The way you could do that would be through an action. So if we quickly, let me pull this full screen for you. I'm just going to grab an image here. We're going to make this an action. And then you're going to see here on the right-hand side, see if I can zoom in and show you a little bit more. There we go. Now, over here, you're going to have an action type, and then you can choose gameplay. And you can have two actions on top of each other as well. Now, you get to the bottom here, and let me pull this so you can see. And you have all the different options for this character. I mean, you can change the gravity, the jump force, all that kind of stuff, the game speed, right? You can change all this different stuff. So play with these options, and then every time they get one, you can increase that, okay? All right, guys. So thank you so much. I appreciate this. This was fun. Again, we'll be doing more of this. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Trey Smith with Buildbox, and we will talk to you later. Thanks, guys.